Now turning our focus to Tamil Nadu's Annamalai University, where a faculty member has been arrested for allegedly sexually assaulting a former student way back in 2018 and blackmailing her with a private video. The woman, who had recently filed a complaint with the Kadlod District Police, has alleged that Assistant Professor J. Raja had sexually assaulted her while she was a student at the university. According to the police, the complainant was a postgraduate student at the university during the academic year 2018-2019. The woman, now a student in another state, claims that she mustered enough courage to file the report now after the professor got in touch with her, claiming that he has her private videos and would leak them if she did not cooperate. Certainly not a good day for Anna University, as the sexual assault case has now come with a verdict from the Chennai court, where the court has now sentenced the sole convict Gnanasekaran to life imprisonment for at least 3 years and a fine of Rs 90,000. On May 28, the Mahila court pronounced Gnanasekaran guilty, with the prosecution seeking maximum punishment for him. Now, the court, holding that the prosecution had proved the case beyond a reasonable doubt, found Gnanasekaran guilty of the charges framed against him in the sexual assault case that had rocked Tamil Nadu in December 2024. The sensational Anna University sexual assault case had also triggered a political row over Gnanasekaran's alleged connections with ruling DMK in the state. Although Chief Minister M.K. Stalin had in January said that he was only a sympathizer and supporter and not a member of the Dravidian organization.
The Kadalur police has arrested a faculty member teaching at the Anamla University in Chidambram for allegedly sexually assaulting a woman student 7 years ago in 2018. The survivor, who's now pursuing higher education research in another state, has now complained to the police that this teacher, faculty member, had taken her home and sexually assaulted several times over her 2-year stay on campus. Now recently, the survivor alleges that the professor contacted her and claimed to have some private videos of her, which he threatened to release if she does not cooperate. It's in this context police, after preliminary investigation, arrested this faculty member. They've also sent all his 3 mobile phones for forensic examination, and investigation is underway. This incidentally comes around the time of the conviction and sentencing, life sentencing of the convict in the Anna University sexual assault case in Chennai. Many say the quick judgment in this case, in a sense, has also given the confidence for many survivors to open up, to complain, hoping they too will get justice. But the larger picture, this raises concerns in terms of women's safety, not just for public, particularly for students in this case on campuses. In Chennai, with Suresh, Sam Daniel, for NDTV.
In the case of Pune law student Sharmishtha Panoli's arrest, her lawyer has filed a plea in the Kolkata court, alleging that the woman has been denied basic amenities in the Alipur correctional home where she is currently lodged. Now, Panoli's lawyer has alleged that she is not keeping well and has been denied basic rights. The 22-year-old influencer was arrested by the Bengal police in Gurugram for hate speech on Friday. Her controversial posts, remember, were related to Operation Sindoor and communal in nature. She had subsequently deleted the video and apologized. However, the arrest soon followed. Let's listen into the conversation my colleague Shreyoshi had with the advocate representing Ms. Panoli.
A 22-year-old law student was picked up from Gurugram by the Kolkata police for her derogatory remarks and the video thereafter, which went viral on social media. Speaking to me now is Mohammed Shamimuddin, who is the counsel of Sharmishtha Panoli, who remains in judicial custody. Sir, you have of course spoken to your client. If you could tell us under what circumstances was she arrested, because the Kolkata police put out a statement saying that she was absconding. Were there notices served to Sharmishtha, and in what condition was Sharmishtha arrested from Gurugram?
See, first of all, the arrest was done in a very harakiri manner. 35(3) BNSS notice was served upon her. That is what they are claiming. At the time of serving that notice, the door was locked at her home. Subsequently, they prayed before the learned CJM at Alipur for issuance of warrant of arrest against her. And on the strength of the warrant of arrest, she was arrested and produced before this learned court. We feel that there are various ways of serving a notice of 35(3) PNSS that has been prescribed by law. It should have been affixed in some conspicuous place. She could have been served with a notice through her email ID or through her mobile phone, which hasn't been done in this case. So the arrest was done in a very harakiri manner.
Sir, she remains in judicial custody at this moment, and there is, of course, the legal course of the Calcutta High Court, but the summer vacation of the Calcutta High Court is underway. So how are you going to be proceeding legally on this case?
See, we are trying our best to ensure that she may be released before 13th of June. However, we are yet to take a call as to our next course of action. We will sit together across the board. We will discuss. There are certain topics that are to be brought up, and then we will decide on the next course of action.
Since she has been put in judicial custody after she was brought to Kolkata through a transit remand, has the Kolkata police questioned her in jail regarding her social media posts?
In course of her custody with the Kolkata police, her mobile phone was seized, her laptop was seized. Her statement has already been recorded. That was one of the grounds why the police custody prayer of the investigating agency was turned down by the learned CJM at Alipur.
Now turning our focus to the northeast, where Chief Ministers of Assam and Meghalaya have agreed to find a solution to urban flooding issue in Guwahati. This following the heavy rains which have lashed the region. Now the consensus is likely to benefit both the states. The states have agreed to entrust the Northeastern Space Application Center to do a proper satellite mapping of an area, post which they will request IIT Roorkee to suggest a tangible solution to the issue. Here's what the CMs said on the issue. Listen up.
Government of Assam has shown a detailed presentation to Government of Meghalaya, Honorable Chief Minister of Meghalaya. We have shown that how we are getting huge water from the Khanapara area. There is a need to resolve it. Government of Meghalaya has also of the opinion that yes, Guwahati's issue should be resolved, but at the same time, interest of Meghalaya should also be protected. We have decided for proper satellite image preparation, we will approach Northeast Space Application Center. Within 3 months, they will give us a complete satellite map, and thereafter, we will together approach IIT Roorkee to give us some solution.
Assam faces the challenge of the floods that are coming in. Meghalaya also has got its concerns in terms of the different economic activities, livelihood activities, and overall economic growth, as mentioned by the Assam Chief Minister. And hence, how could we work together so that we are able to find a solution to minimize the impact of the flood in the city of Guwahati, and yet at the same time be able to address the different concerns that are there for the people of Meghalaya. We have decided to work together. We have decided to approach NESAC to do a detailed study in terms of the entire satellite imaging.
Preparations for the second Pran Pratishta festival to be held on June 5th at the Ram Mandir are almost complete. My colleague Sikta Deo sent us this very special ground report. Take a look.
We are in Ayodhya and we are witnessing this beautiful Kalashiatra near the Saryu Ghat, where these ladies are carrying the sacred water of Saryu to the temple complex. Let's try and understand what brings them here. आप लोग आए हैं इस कलश यात्रा में शामिल होने के लिए, कितना महत्व है आपके लिए?
बहुत महत्व है, सारा काम छोड़ के आए हैं, बिजनेस वुमेन होने के बावजूद भी हम लोग यहाँ आए हैं, सारा काम धाम छोड़ के, क्योंकि जय श्री राम.
This is the most important thing at the moment which you can do.
Absolutely, बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है हम लोगों को, और इस दिन का हम लोगों को बहुत इंतजार था. प्राण प्रतिष्ठा थी तब भी, और आज भी उतना ही जोश है, उतना ही उल्लास है हम लोगों के अंदर, और बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है. आप भी जय श्री राम बोलिए.
बिल्कुल. ये बताइए कि सिर्फ 1.5 साल पहले यहाँ प्राण प्रतिष्ठा हुई थी और रामलला को यहाँ स्थापित किया गया था. अब राम दरबार लगने वाला है 1.5 साल पहले और इस बार में क्या फर्क देखने को?
कोई फ़र्क नहीं है, आज भी लोग उतने ही ज़्यादा एक्साइटेड हैं. वी आर वेरी एक्साइटेड अबाउट ऑल दिस मोमेंट्स बिकॉज 1.5 years there was a very beautiful moment for all of us. We are from Ayodhya and outsiders are also very excited and they come here to celebrate this moments, and we are also this time we are also very excited as same as 1.5 years.
As excited, but the trust is also appealing ki not many people should venture because the weather is not so good. It's quite hot here now.
Yeah, it's really a very hot matter because weather is too hot, but we are in spite of that we are very excited and we are feeling very blessed for this.
So you're waiting for the temple doors to open, the new temples which are going to be opened for the common people.
Yes, very excited, very excited.
Excited. आप भी अयोध्या से हैं?
जी, मैं अयोध्या से हूँ और आज हमारा जीवन धन्य हो गया कि हम लोग अयोध्या में इतनी मातृ शक्तियाँ सरजू मैया का जल लेकर के अपने सर के ऊपर और अयोध्या धाम में आज पुनः हम लोग जो है प्राण प्रतिष्ठा की ओर आगे बढ़ रहे हैं और भगवान श्री राम की प्राण प्रतिष्ठा होगी. हम लोगों का जीवन धन्य हो गया. बोलिए जय श्री राम, जय जय श्री राम. सरयू मैया की, अयोध्या धाम की, सनातन धर्म की.
तो राम लला के बाद अब राजा राम अब यहाँ स्थापित हो रहे हैं, उनकी प्राण प्रतिष्ठा हो रही है.
जी जी जी, राजा राम यहाँ पे स्थापित किए जा रहे हैं. पुनः एक बार हम लोग जो है एकत्रित हो करके श्री राम के जयकारे लगाएंगे. और
श्री राम के लिए आप कुछ पंक्तियां अगर आप लोग सब मिलकर गा सके. अगर
जी, आज श्री राम जयंती है, आज श्री राम जयंती है, लगता है जैसे सारे संसार में मस्ती है. आज श्री राम जयंती, आज श्री राम जयंती है, आज श्री राम जयंती है.
Now turning our focus to Rajasthan, where a Chinkara poaching case has become the flashpoint with animal rights activists prepared for a long sit-in over the poaching of 2 Chinkaras in Barmer. Now the carcasses of the Chinkaras were discovered on Friday night under a bridge in Barmer's Agor village, after which activists called for a deep freeze and put the Chinkara carcasses in the freezer along with staging a sit-in. Now the idea was to preserve the carcasses for forensic examination and to raise the issue of poaching in the area for as long as necessary. Here's a special report filed by my colleagues. Take a look.
A deep freeze and a protest. These are visuals of a sit-in in Barmer's Agor village over the poaching of Chinkaras in the area. The village is dominated by the Bishnoi tribe, known to be wildlife lovers who protect the forest and animals in their area. The Bishnois are demanding that the poachers who hunted and killed the Chinkara and left their bodies under a bridge, probably afraid that they would be caught, should be arrested as soon as possible. In the meantime, they have organized a deep freeze at the protest site to keep the carcasses of the dead deer as a symbol of protest and also for forensic examination.
हमारी मांग यही है, चौड़न में जितने भी मांसाहारी जो दुकान है उनका सबका लाइसेंस चेक किया जाए, सभी दुकानें बंद की जाए और यहाँ पर जितने जो भी अपराधी है उनको जल्द से जल्द पकड़ा जाए. और जब तक अपराधी को नहीं पकड़ा जाएगा, यहाँ से धरना नहीं हटाया जाएगा, हम इस सड़क को जाम करेंगे और धरना देंगे.
The Forest Department has taken in for questioning 10 suspects who could be behind the poaching, but has made no other headway so far.
यहाँ पे 2 हिरण के बच्चों का शिकार का प्रकरण हमारी जानकारी में आया था. उसके बाद वन्यजीव प्रेमियों की मदद से उन्होंने जिस लोगों का बताया उन्होंने उनको डिटेन किया हुआ है. खेतों का मामला है, वन विभाग के बाहर की भूमि है, कोई भी कहीं पे भी रात को आ जा सकता है. तो हमने CCTV कैमरा सर्च किए आसपास में ताकि इस प्रकार की हमें कोई सूचना मिले कि कोई बाइक पे लोग संदिग्ध लोग जा रहे हों. उससे हमें कोई आगे नहीं मिल पाएंगे. उसके बाद जिन प्रकार कुछ अपराधी प्रवृत्ति के लोग हैं उनको हमने उठा के और उनसे भी जांच पड़ताल चल रही है, उसमें थोड़ा सा समय लगेगा.
But protesters say until arrests are not made in the case, they will continue their sit-in with the deep freeze. With Raju Mali in Barmer, Harsha Kumari Singh, NDTV.
It's time for a short break. Lots more news and updates coming up on the other side. Stay tuned. Welcome back. You're watching NDTV 24/7 and we're tracking some international stories as well, where Russia and Ukraine have now agreed to a peace talk on Monday to exchange more prisoners of war and return the bodies of 12,000 soldiers. Meanwhile, Russia continues to reject an unconditional ceasefire with Ukraine, with the warring sides meeting for barely an hour in the Turkish city of Istanbul for only the second such round of negotiations since March 2022. But there's been no breakthrough on the proposed ceasefire, with Ukraine, its European allies and Washington have all urging Russia to accept the ceasefire. Let's listen in to what Zelensky said.
If Russia turns the Istanbul meeting into an empty talk, there must be a new level of pressure, new sanctions, and not just from Europe. We need to work on joint sanctions at the G7 level, including with the United States and with everyone in the world who wants peace.
We agreed to focus on specific categories rather than numbers. We agreed to exchange all for all, seriously wounded and seriously sick prisoners of war. Second category is young soldiers who are from 18 to 25 years old, all for all. Also, we agreed to return 6,000 to 6,000 bodies of fallen soldiers.
In a landmark move for gender rights, the Kerala High Court has allowed a transgender couple's request to use the gender-neutral term parent in a child's birth certificate instead of father and mother. Justice Ziad Rahman ordered the authorities to issue a revised certificate listing both Zahad, a trans man, and Zia Pawar, a trans woman, as parents, without mentioning their genders. The couple, recognized as the state's first transgender parents, had approached the High Court in 2023 seeking this change. Earlier, the Kozhikode Corporation, while issuing the child's birth certificate, listed Zahad as mother transgender and Zia as father transgender. The couple insisted on using the gender-specific terms and requested that they be listed only as parent to protect their child from confusion and any discrimination. As the Pride Month kicks off, a vibrant event in the capital marked the start of Pride Month, celebrating the LGBTQIA+ community with a march and flag hoisting. With events championing inclusivity lined up, Mayank, my colleague, gets us a special report.
None of us are free until all of us are free. These are the words by the trailblazing queer rights icon Marsha P. Johnson. June of every year is celebrated as the International Pride Month. It is to commemorate the protests held by members of the LGBTQ community against a police raid that took place at the Stonewall Inn in New York City on the 28th of June, 1969. Queer people and allies all over the world don their best and most fabulous selves and participate in multiple events and marches celebrating their most authentic selves. You will start noticing your go-to brands change their logos and decor to rainbow colors. It is to show support to the LGBTQIA+ community, a support that I believe should be all year around and not just in June. Pride Month is also a reminder to be more inclusive and accepting of the queer people, as even today many parts of the world still criminalize and discriminate against gays, lesbians, bisexuals, and transgender and queer folks. In India, we have come a long way, thanks to our gay rights activists and icons who continue to fight to make our society and country a more accepting space. Whether it was the landmark verdict of striking down Section 377 or the Transgender Persons Act 2019, our country has made significant advancements and progress to break down the stigma. But still, we have a long way to go. And it is not just up to our activists and lawmakers to bring this change. It begins with you and me, to be more open and accepting and respectful towards our queer friends, colleagues, family members and neighbors. And thus, June every year is colorfully marked as Pride Month, with rainbows, unicorns, feathers or not, however you want to express it, expressing the spirit of love, equality and freedom towards ourselves and others. As pop star and queer icon Lady Gaga said, same DNA but born this way.